When you encode on-demand video, you must balance a variety of factors, including the amount of motion you're depicting in the video, the target file size, the target bandwidth, frame rate, the keyframe interval, and the pixel dimensions of the video. I'll be covering definitions of each of these terms in the next section of the course. But you can specify values for some of these factors when you actually encode your flash video. So let me provide you some rough general guidelines for compressing flash for delivery over the internet. For additional technical details, see the technical overview of video standards. This is an HTML page that Adobe has published on their website at adobe.com/devnet/flash/video_guide06.html. For detailed information about specific values to use for various settings, you'll also want to see the article entitled Best Practices for Encoding Flash Video. You'll find this at the Macromedia Development Center. This article provides a very helpful table of recommended settings. But let me go through some general guidelines here at an early stage of your flash video work. First is a higher target bandwidth, also known as a higher data rate, allows for more motion in the video, although it does produce larger files. It does produce better frame rates and larger pixel dimensions. Also, the less motion there is in your video, the smaller the file size, which will also lower the target bandwidth. Next, as the target bandwidth decreases, you want to reduce the keyframe rate. A lower keyframe rate, such as the 1 keyframe for every 6 seconds, will result in softer or blurrier images, but reduces the bandwidth demand. Next, as motion increases, you must increase the keyframe rate, the frame rate, and the data rate. High motion clips require more information to flow to the player. These are not good videos for low bandwidth delivery because they require additional uncompressed keyframes to be encoded in the file. Next, reduce frame size when bandwidth is limited and frame rate and quality are important. And lastly, if the video source you're encoding comes directly from a video camera, always enable de-interlacing and set the flash video encoder to the upper field. If your video is interlaced, selecting this option increases the performance of the video encoding and the playback. Let me now move on to the next section of the course where I define in more detail all the terms that I've thrown about in this movie, including keyframe, data rate, interlacing, and much more.